Now, a flower shop owner in Washington was fined about $1,000 after she denied serving a same-sex couple. Now, this flower shop owner, this flower shop goes by the name of Arlene's Flowers, and it's based in Richland, Washington. Now, Washington has some statutes that are against this kind of discrimination. So when Arlene's Flowers broke this statute, this law, it was fined about $1,000. Now, the head of this flower shop goes by the name of Barronelle Stutzman, and she's the owner of Arlene's Flowers, and she went public with this fine, and because of this, she got an outpouring of support from conservatives all over the country that believe in so-called, quote-unquote, religious freedom. Oh, how dare she not be able to practice her religion of hating gays? Let me get into that. She said about this, quote, "It's about freedom, not money." And and this was in a letter addressed to Washington State Attorney General Bob Ferguson. She says, quote, "I certainly don't relish the idea of losing my business. Well, first of all, it's a $1,000 fine. It sucks. But are you going to lose it? If your business can't cover a fine of $1,000, maybe you're not doing so well. Maybe you should, I don't know, make money by serving gay weddings. It's not as if you're part of that wedding. You're just delivering flowers." Anyway, she argues that serving flowers at a gay wedding, or at least supplying flowers to a gay wedding, is somehow going against God. She says, "My freedom to honor God and doing what I do best is more important than money. It's more important than my business." Then why are you in business? I got to ask that question. Why are you in business doing flowers instead of, I don't know, working for the church? If honoring God is more important, then why aren't you working at church? Simple question. I know. It's not really meant to be an actual question. But it's one of those things where it kind of makes you wonder, why aren't you working for a church if you think that God is more important than anything? Okay. Anyway, she's a Southern Baptist. So Southern Baptist, anti-gay, makes sense, right? Serving gay couples goes against her Southern Baptist beliefs. Now, like I said, in Washington, they're like, you can't do that. If a customer walks through your door and wants to order flowers for a wedding or whatever, you are obliged to service them. Or else it's discrimination, because LGBT people are considered a protected class in Richland, Washington. So how much money did this raise? That's a good question. Insofar, they've raised, and this is probably a day or two old, they probably have more at this point, but they've raised somewhere around $80,000 for her business. Right-wing bigots to the rescue, man. This is what happened, and this is sort of like what happened with Memories Pizza. Of course, Memories Pizza didn't actually actively discriminate against someone. They just said that they wouldn't serve pizza at a gay wedding. So Memories Pizza was more of a hypothetical situation, saying that, yeah, we wouldn't serve gay people at their wedding, although we'd allow them to come in into the restaurant and we'd give them a pizza there. I don't see what's so different. It's not as if you're actually a part of the wedding when you're serving pizza. You're just serving. Okay, you're working, you're doing a job. You're actually not part of it. Technically, you're not part of the wedding at all, because this happens. Food is being served during the reception, which is the after wedding, which isn't part of the ceremony itself. I don't think anybody really grasps that when they argue that, no, you're part of the wedding, that's why you shouldn't, that's why God says you can't serve them. No, you're actually not part of the wedding. Well, this is a lot like Memories Pizza, because right-wing bigots also went to the defense and raised almost $1 million for the Memories Pizza Shop owners, who were at most temporarily inconvenienced, and there were some threats. I'm sure they were awful. I'm sure the people were scared, but they opened their business. They opened their doors back again, and they got about $1 million. I don't know about you, but I get threatened more often and much more viciously than those pizza shop owners. Where's my $1 million? For spouting my opinion. I'm still waiting. Like, nobody's going to set up a GoFundMe for me. Or for, anybody in the TYT network that gets harassed on a daily basis, because we expect, when we put out our opinion, we expect people to push back. And actually, one of my videos on Memories Pizza has had a lot of pushback from conservatives. Rightly so. They're free to spout their opinion. Fine. They're also free to raise money for bigoted pizza shops and bigoted flower shops. Fair enough. You want to waste your money in that? Have at it, Hoss. Good for you. It really is so amazing, and it really is so sad how bigotry can raise so much money. Now, George Takei has actually noticed this as a side note, and he said, well, if they can raise that much money for bigotry, how much money can we raise for equality? So he started his own fundraiser. And it seems to be doing, last I looked at it a couple of days ago, it was about over $200,000. So it's not too bad. But still, it just amazes me how hatred, wrapped in the guise of religious freedom, can raise so much money from people and can get so much support. I don't understand it.